Welcome to Forecast, Save and Improve Lives. The goal is to identify, did I do something wrong? Okay. The goal is to identify those patients today that will be critical tomorrow. Personalizing healthcare in early life. Let's talk about babies. My name is Thorsten Waloschek. I'm the CEO of NeoPrediX. I've dedicated the last 20 years of my professional life to bring new and innovative products to market with one goal, to make sure that every baby has the best possible start into life. And with that, I would like to introduce you to NeoPrediX. So, short overview. We are a digital health startup. We are a spin-off from the University of Basel in Switzerland. We are established already in Switzerland, in Germany, and in the United States. We have first customers here in the United States. Our market definition is we are a predictive AI-based algorithm that helps to identify the dynamic progression of certain biomarkers in the newborn blood. Our market size globally is 140 million births and 220 million pregnancies. That amounts to about $5 billion annually. Our regulatory status, we are FDA registered here in the United States, ISO certified, and CE pending. We expect CE certification in Europe by the end of the second quarter of this year. We have a couple of IP patents filed and some are pending here in the United States. So far, we have raised $9 million. I'm here to ask for a Series A of 7.5, and I would like to also announce that as of last week, we have been invited to participate in the Mayo Clinic Accelerate program, which is an amazing opportunity for us to get access to more data and build new algorithms. Now, let's talk about our first application, neonatal bilirubin, neonatal jaundice. How many babies will develop jaundice after leaving the hospital? An astonishing number of 160,000 babies just in this country, here in the United States, are readmitted into the hospital after initial discharge because of hyperbilirubinemia. This can be avoided, and we can help to identify exactly those babies that will be readmitted after initial discharge. We are playing in the artificial intelligence, machine-based learning market, which is growing like crazy. Every second company is talking about this here. We are part of that, but we are addressing the most vulnerable population, which is pregnant women and newborn babies. Our mission is to identify those babies today who will be in a critical situation tomorrow to optimize healthcare in early life, putting clinicians into a proactive situation, not reacting to symptoms, but we tell them what will happen in the future, today, tomorrow, and after the day after tomorrow, and they can become proactive. We want to become the market leader in predictive clinical decision support systems for the first 1,000 days of life, that is from conception all the way to the second birthday. We are not a one-trick pony. I talked about neonatal jaundice. This is what we have on the market already, but we are providing a platform. We are now, together with Mayo Clinic, working on preeclampsia prediction. We're working on infection, weight, nutrition, allergy, and last but not least, hypoglycemia, which is also an important topic for newborn babies and a challenge. Now, how do we do this? As I mentioned, we are a spin-off from the University of Basel. One of the founders is the head of the Department of Pharmacometrics. And we are, and I really have to read that because difficult words for me, we combine physiological, biological, and pharmacological data with a mathematical model. That has been done in the adult pharmaceutical industry for many, many years. We are the first company applying this to newborns now. And with this, we can forecast dynamic progression of diseases. We have built an easy-to-use user interface. All of this is software as a service, easy to distribute, and to scale. Now, we want to really support clinicians in their daily workflow from early gestation all the way to after discharge. And how we do this? We are an approved third-party supplier to Epic, and we offer seamless multi-site EMR integration, so there's no reason for manual data input like it is done today. And with that, we also reduce the risk of human error by manual data input. I would also like to announce a partnership with another European company called Picturus. What they do is they have the first smartphone-based application to assess bilirubin in newborns. So far, this only can be done in clinics, in hospitals. With that partnership, we actually can move to midwives, to pediatric offices, and to at-home application. And that allows a full circle of care when it comes to neonatal jaundice, because now midwives, later on parents, can assess bilirubin at home. That data is automatically uploaded and downloaded into our system, which still resides in the hospital. So the hospital is in full control even after the baby is discharged. And the neonatologists and pediatricians not only get the validation of our prediction, but they also can continue to monitor the baby at home. And this actually opens up the new market of phototherapy at home, which will result in a $300 million saving to the US healthcare system, not forgetting that from a medical and clinical point of view, it's much better to treat a baby at home with the parents than inside a hospital. As I mentioned, what we are offering is clinically validated and IP protected as well in the United States as in Europe. Our business strategy is a clinically validated software as a service platform, which has been established. Everything is hosted on HIPAA-compliant servers here in the United States. We established the first commercial footprint in the United States. We have 5 reference sites, test installations, and we are now expanding our business into Europe, pending CE approval and beyond. As I mentioned, we are partnering with Epic, and again, we are very, very proud to be partner of the Mayo Clinic Accelerator Program. Our product roadmap, as I showed you initially, we will offer this year, next year, additional best practice tools that help with clinical decision making in the newborn arena. And by 2025, we expect to be able to launch the very innovative preeclampsia prediction tool. And from there onwards, you see various new applications. Our projection is that this year we will sign up our first 10 hospitals here in the United States and then grow the revenue nicely over the next couple of years. We are deeply rooted in academia, as I mentioned, as a spin-off from a Swiss university, but in our company we have pharmacometric, biological, as well as software engineering expertise combined with many, many years of real-world data and market expertise, especially here in the United States. The team, there's 2 founders. Professor Mark Pfister, you see in the middle on the upper row here. He's the professor and chairman of the Department of Pharmacometrics at the University of Basel, and Professor Sven Wellmann, who's running one of the largest children's hospitals in Germany. And besides an amazing team, we also, as a public company in Switzerland and Germany, we have a strong advisory board. I would like to highlight 2 ladies, actually, Professor Julia Vogt from the ETH in Zurich. Think about the ETH in Zurich as the MIT of Europe. And last but not least, Mrs. Christine Storm on our supervisory board. She just was recently announced to be the general manager of Philips in Germany. Now, we really want to accelerate towards more growth and commercialization. I mentioned we have established our platform. The first product is on the market, clinical validated and US registered. Last year, we almost finished our European registration. We passed every MDR audit in Europe, and we are now just waiting for certification. And the next steps are really driving commercialization here in the United States, and more importantly, really develop the next predictive algorithm, which is preeclampsia. So far, we have raised $9 million. I'm here to close our A round, which is in total 15 million. Out of that, already I have 7.5, so I'm asking for another 7.5. We are very, very interested in signing up an American investor because this is really our target market and most important customer base. With that, I would like to join us, invest into a paradigm shift, identify those patients today who will be critical tomorrow, and what I made over the last 20 years my personal mission to make sure that every baby has the best possible start into life. Thank you very much for your attention.